But then I want to get to this Bryan Danielson and Ricky Starks match. This was a strap match. So for those that don't know how a strap match typically works, there's a large leather strap and you wrap it around one wrist of each of the competitors and go at it. It used to be you'd have to touch the four corners. Now it's a pinfall or submission. Ricky Starks didn't strap it to his wrist, attacked Danielson, grabbed a weight belt, busted him open with the buckle of the weight belt almost right off the bat. So Danielson's bleeding this whole match. And then the strap comes into play. And these guys tried to, I was watching Wrestling Observer and they were asking if the police should have been called because there were some serious beatings going on. Danielson was whipping Starks like crazy. They were hitting each other in the face with this strap. It got brutal. But unlike the Stadium Stampede match, this kind of actually made sense. Starks was super ticked at Danielson for helping him out against Ricky Steamboat and the trick he pulled and went after him. But I will say this, David. I think Ricky Starks, with just all those shots that he took, Danielson wrestling with a cast was just whipping him and whipping him and whipping him and whipping him. I think the young man earned his stripes in this one. Wouldn't you say?
Well, the way you described it, yes, I got to see that match. I want to see it now. I don't know. That's the thing. It's like so hard, we ain't got the network. How do you go back and watch it, man?
Bleacher Report probably get a replay. I got to watch. I went back and watched some of the highlights too. But geez, these guys, they wrapped it up with Danielson putting him in a label lock, and Starks wouldn't tap out. So he took the strap and put it around his neck and choked him out while he was in the label lock, and Starks passed out. Danielson is a little devil. It's like a horror movie. There's like a little garden gnome or something sitting in your yard. Okay. And you're like, oh, that's so cute. He's such a nice little garden gnome. And then he turns into a vicious killer with weapons and knives and wants to tear you apart.
You're calling him a garden gnome?
I'm just making a comparison.
Well, and then patted him on his head?
Yeah. Well, he's very friendly.
But then he's a monster.
That dude, when he gets rolling a match, he's one of the most sadistic guys I've ever seen. It's crazy. But
yeah. And definitely a stark difference from WWE.
Yeah, and he's like the nicest guy in the world, too. It was funny, you and I were there when he came out at Double or Nothing. And he had just gotten done going crazy, and then he comes in and he's just talking about trees.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, what's going on?
Good people, man. Books.
That dude can flip a switch. So very interesting. And then of course he did a lot on Collision. I have a feeling that he's going to be kind of taking the CM Punk spot